Pam Bondi has always been in the spotlight for her professional achievements, but when it comes to her personal life, especially her relationships, she's kept things pretty private. Still, over the years, a few key details have slipped through the cracks, and let's just say there's a bit to unpack. Born and raised in Tampa, Florida, Bondi studied criminal justice at the University of Florida before earning her law degree from Stetson in 1990. And that same year, at just 24 years old, she also said "I do" for the first time. She married Garrett Barnes, but the honeymoon phase didn't last too long. Their marriage ended after just 22 months. Ouch. In 1996, Pam gave marriage another shot, this time with Scott Fitzgerald. Sadly, that relationship ended too, and the couple divorced in 2002. After that, Bondi appeared to focus fully on her growing career, putting her personal life on the back burner.
You want to do everything at once, and there's so many great things we can do for our state, but you learn that you have to prioritize.
But love wasn't off the table for good. In 2012, Pam Bondi got engaged to ophthalmologist Greg Henderson. He was a widower and father of 4, and from the outside, it looked like the two had found something really solid. That same year, they were photographed together at a Lux Caribbean resort, Pam wearing a white dress no less, which naturally sparked rumors of a secret wedding. Classic tabloid moment.
Absolutely.
They shut those rumors down pretty quickly. In an email to the Tampa Bay Times, the couple clarified, "We are enjoying a happy and blessed trip and are deeply in love with each other." Pam Bondi also shared that she wanted to get married someday, but not at a resort. She hoped for a ceremony at a small church at a Baptist church in Tampa. Definitely more her vibe. Quiet, meaningful, and close to home. But by 2015, cracks started to show. Reports began surfacing that Bondi and Henderson had broken up. Neither of them commented publicly, but the two stopped appearing together, and the silence pretty much spoke for itself. Then came John Wakefield. Pam Bondi first shared a photo with Wakefield on Instagram in October 2024 during a Buccaneers game. Since then, he's been showing up more and more, appearing regularly in her posts and even as her profile picture. But who exactly is John Wakefield? He's a successful businessman, co-founding Varner Wakefield Equity Partners, a private equity firm focused on real estate investments across the United States. Clearly smart, accomplished, and comfortable in the spotlight.
It's been great.
Wakefield's background? He studied English at the College of Charleston, then earned an international MBA from Thunderbird School of Global Management. Wakefield also has 3 kids from a previous relationship, and if you check out his Instagram bio, it proudly reads, "My 3 monster children are roaming the world." Sounds like a fun dad for sure. Now, here's where things get interesting. At Pam Bondi's swearing-in ceremony as U.S. Attorney General in February 2025, Donald Trump casually referred to Wakefield as her husband.
You know what? We all adore Donald Trump.
And yes, they've both been spotted wearing what looks suspiciously like wedding rings. But no formal announcement has been made, so we're all just reading between the Instagram lines for now. Pam's personal life isn't too far off from Trump's, full of twists, quiet shifts, and just enough mystery to keep people guessing. And here's a juicy bit. He actually cheated on his first wife with the woman who would later become his second wife. And guess what? The boomerang effect hit hard. She allegedly cheated on him right back. Now, let's take a closer look back at this scandalous chapter in Trump's life. Donald met Ivana, née Ivana Zelnichkova, in 1976.
Lady Trump, I was first wife. Excuse me. I don't know what is Melania problem. She just has to get over it.
She ended up in New York City for a modeling gig, and during a dinner with other models, Donald swooped in. He secured the group the best table in the place and joined them. Smooth move, right?
And I turned to my girlfriend and said, I have a good news and bad news. What is the good news? You're going to get a table real fast. What is the bad news? This fellow behind me is going to go and sit with us.
By Christmas, Donald asked her to go on vacation. They went to Aspen and had the most romantic time together. On New Year's Eve, Donald told her, "If you don't marry me, you'll ruin your life." Now that's the Trump we know. And despite having known each other for only a few months, Ivana agreed to marry him.
Donald always had a great head on his shoulder, and I saw the potential.
They tied the knot on April 9th, 1977 in New York City, and during their honeymoon in Mexico, Ivana became pregnant with their first child. On December 31, 1977, their son Donald Jr. was born. The couple went on to welcome 2 more children, Ivanka in 1981 and Eric in 1984. A picture-perfect marriage, right? But wait.
He did not know how to speak to them in the children way of thinking. So he was able to speak to them only when they came from university, when eventually was able to speak business with them.
Yeah.
You know, but otherwise he really did not know how to handle the kids.
Donald and Ivana weren't just partners in marriage, but also in business.
And I was chief executive officer, and casino really did very well. It was the most profitable hotel casino in the United States.
However, their seemingly perfect marriage hit the rocks in 1989 when Ivana discovered Donald's affair with model Marla Maples.
Did you see warning signs?
I really didn't. I really didn't.
It all happened during the family's annual holiday trip to Aspen. Ivana ran into Maples outside a restaurant, with patrons and the rest of the family watching. Ivana wrote, "This young blonde woman approached me out of the blue and said, 'I'm Marla, and I love your husband. Do you?' I said, 'Get lost. I love my husband.' It was unladylike, but I was in shock."
We were actually standing near the restaurant, getting ready to put skis on. And I was standing there like an idiot. And Marla and Ivana were here. And there wasn't shouting, but you could obviously see there was some friction.
Turns out this affair had been going on for years.
Do you think unless the two had actually come face to face, you would have confronted that situation?
Well, it's interesting because it's possible that, maybe it would still be going on. I'm not sure.
The affair made headlines, and in March 1990, Ivana officially filed for divorce, resigning from the Trump Organization a few months later.
In my case, it was just so clear, and the trust was broken so badly that I knew that it was just no way it could be patched.
Maples and Donald continued to date on and off, and in 1993, she became pregnant with their first child. Their daughter Tiffany was born on October 13, which Maples later called the greatest unplanned surprise of all. Despite Donald previously saying he had no plans to get married again, the couple decided to tie the knot shortly after Tiffany's birth, on December 20th, 1993.
We really anticipated getting married and having a baby, not having a baby and getting married.
So why didn't you marry her right away when you found out she was pregnant? Why did you wait?
Indecision.
The pair remained married for 3 years before separating in May 1997. Maples later explained the split, saying that they differed on how they viewed the world and how they wanted to raise their child.
So I think you always hope in a marriage that you can bring out the best in each other. But after many years, we realized we weren't.
However, rumors swirl that the real cause was Maples cheating on Trump with his bodyguard, who was caught with her on a deserted beach. Probably not just having a late-night stroll. But Maples have always denied the affair, of course. But it's not all bad blood. Despite their rocky past, Donald and Marla managed to mend fences. In a 2013 Oprah interview, Marla revealed, "I still love Donald. I love Eric, Ivanka, and Donnie so much." They even managed to share an Easter celebration in April 2023. Who knew divorce could come with a side of friendly get-togethers?
Well, he's the father of my child. I do not want to ever speak negative about it. But do we agree on everything? Absolutely not. We would be married if we still agreed on everything.
But Ivana, who passed away in 2022, clearly wasn't ready to forgive and forget.
I don't want to talk about her. She's a show girl, never achieved anything in her life.
In her 2017 memoir, Raising Trump, she didn't hold back, saying, "She actively participated in humiliating me in the media and indirectly put my kids at risk for months. I went through hell, and then I was expected to be okay with her being around my children?" Ivana's words reflected the deep hurt and betrayal she felt, a pain that her friends believe she never fully overcame. Well, who could blame Ivana?
He's free at the moment, isn't he? He's single.
Yes, he is.
Would you not like to get back together with him?
Nope.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, you would like to get back?
Nope.
So, with all this scandal and drama, who do you think was the true love of Trump's life? Let's discuss in the comments.